Got the old grease fired up. We're headed like 15 minutes away to get a fuel tank for that thing. We're gonna see if we can't get it running good in this video. So be prepared. We have acquired the fuel tank. It is a 65 gallon. We gotta clean it out. We just got a new cap for it. The old one was kind of stripped. It was real big and heavy too. It was pretty cool. We might use it for something. Got the spot to hook up my fuel gauge. We're gonna get home and install this thing. Polished, black. This is like the coolest store. We're trying to find the fuel tank ball valve thing, and we're in somebody's store. Look at this freaking rear end. We put that on the 86. I think it'd probably make it faster. Yeah, go pick up a monster in this suit. I think that's what these are mainly made for, going to the gas station back and forth. I would put these in the 86, but $2 grand is a little too high. I was more looking at take the 2 front numbers off. Yeah, just a little too expensive. See? I think that'll work. All right, we made it home. We're on the action camera. So, you know, me being me, I didn't measure it. It's only for flatbeds, so it won't work in my old truck unless we were to like cut the tank and weld it back together. But my dad has a flatbed, and he has this a lot thinner metal, but it's actually 20 gallons more. If he wants that tank, I might take this one, and that one will look slicker on his truck. But he has a flatbed, so that tank will easily fit on there. We'll see if he wants that tank. If he does, that one's gonna go on my old truck. Make sure you read ads and really ask people a bunch of questions. I asked them a bunch of questions, but not if it was only for flatbeds. So, is what it is though. Guys, we're trying to siphon it out, but we were unable to do that since all the weird curves. Look at this diesel. Oh, you can't. Look at that. Look at this color. It's like milk. It looks so nasty. I just drilled a hole in the bottom of the tank. We'll show you more once we fill this up. All right, the front tank is done draining. Look at this diesel. Does that look like diesel to y'all? Because it doesn't really smell like diesel, and it don't look like diesel at all. Yeah, I don't know if someone sold me bad diesel or what. That's some nasty looking stuff right there. All right, guys, got the tank unmounted, and I was just sticking my finger in this vent hole, and all I can feel is rust. Like, you can hear it cracking. You can see rust all in there. It's all rusted. So that's why this truck's not running right. That's why I guess she's never ran right. So once we get this new tank on here, she's gonna be running so good. This is gonna be the happiest truck. Guys, I just took the sending unit out. Take a look at that. Holy crap. We got rust just like build up on here inside this tank. Look at this. I don't know how this truck was ever working. Take a look at this. Just rust. Oh my gosh. Dude, you can see so much on this phone. Look at that, guys. So awful. Before I drop my phone in there, let's quit. Oh, so nasty. Look at this fuel. That ain't diesel. This is what diesel's supposed to look like. Look at that nice, clean, beautiful diesel. I think this truck's gonna be happier than she's ever been in her whole life, besides when she was new. Oh, it is a new morning, guys. Last night, it just got way too cold. We had to stop what we were doing. So, this is actually my dad's tank. So as y'all saw, I bought, after looking everywhere, I was gonna get the 38-gallon conversion kit for the back of this thing. Well, I was gonna get it. It was for like 500 bucks. But then there was another $300 of shipping on there, and I was like, nope, I ain't spending $800 on a 38-gallon tank. It's just retarded. So we went and picked up that one for 300 bucks. That tank, it won't work on this truck. So now, guys, we're using my dad's 80-gallon. Yeah, I know it needs to be cleaned up. Diesel was leaking here forever, and I took it off. This is where we're putting the return line. We just drilled a hole and put this special little deal through there. So that's where my return line is going to be. We sealed it all up so it won't leak anymore. So this thing is just going to slide up in there. We're basically, for right now, the cheapest way that I could figure out to get this truck running again is by deleting the 2 tanks that are under it. The cheapest and pretty much easiest way. So we're going to be basically deleting those tanks, hooking up the fuel directly to this big 80-gallon and the return line, and then we have a working truck later on whenever I feel like I need 19 more gallons, or 38 more gallons. Front and back is how much they are. Or if I want to do the 38-gallon tank, I just can't see paying $300 for shipping. I know it's because this is a big item, but still, 300 bucks is insane. Other than that, though, maybe he'll sponsor a video, the dude that makes them, and I'll do a review for him. We'll see. He probably won't, though. So yeah, guys, we're gonna today try to get this thing in here. I'm not gonna show super, a crazy amount of that. Basically, this video is trying to get this truck running. She has not been running well for the last, it's been at least 3 or 4 months. Apparently she hasn't been running that well ever since I got it. So all we have to do is slide this thing over here. We had nowhere to put brand new 80 gallons of diesel, so we were filling up my truck, filling up the Tom car, which shouldn't actually show you. Hook up 2 fuel lines and bolt it down. So it's not all that exciting, but getting this thing running is going to be super exciting. I guess we're gonna have to put new fuel filters on it again. I just put new fuel filters. We might run this one, the fuel filter on it, for maybe a minute or so, trying to trying to get all the stuff to go in the filter. I don't know. I don't even know if that's smart. I think we might have to get new filters and clog those up, because there's gonna still be stuff in the fuel lines. Maybe not, though. Maybe we can somehow drain it out. So we're gonna get to work, try to hook this thing up. We still got some fuel in there. Y'all can't see, but there's still some fuel in there. If y'all haven't already, get you one of these siphon hoses. Without further ado, let's get to work. We got the tank. We're mounting it up currently. Got all the fuel hoses hooked up. And we're about to try to start her. Our yard is looking really messy. We got diesel and everything we own. But lines are hooked up. Tank is where it's gonna be. We're gonna see if she won't start in just a second. So we're gonna go ahead and mount it up with some screws and aluminum brackets, and then we'll see if she won't start up. Moment of truth, everybody. What'd you do wrong? That took a second. Oh, finally started back up. She's probably still running on some old fuel, but tomorrow we'll go take it for a test spin and see if she's all fixed up. I gotta get ready for church. I smell like diesel, so I'm gonna go take a shower, and tomorrow we're gonna test drive her. But everybody, it is morning time. Chickens are all out grazing. We still got a mess to clean up, a really bad mess. So I'm gonna let her warm up, start her up and let her warm up while I clean up all this mess. Then she'll be nice and toasty. Guys, we're gonna see if she won't crank up. Let's get in the truck just in case. Oh, it's like a 4-wheel drive because we got it on some stands. All right, key and ignition. She's in park, got the parking brake on. Give her a few pumps just for laughs and giggles. They're farts and giggles. She cold. She very cold. That did not sound good. Alrighty. Man, she's cold. Alright guys, we're gonna let her warm up and then we'll go take her for a spin. Oh boys. So I got this thing running and holy crap, it is like a new truck. This thing's running better than it ever has. It's so freaking smooth. She ain't skipping a beat. She ain't changing speeds. Let's go take it for a little rip and show y'all. Y'all like that better? Y'all like that? Can you answer, please? Or y'all like right here? Can I even do that? No. Where y'all want to be? Can you answer me? Oh, I do not know. Sideways, all the way sideways, weird. Y'all like that? It's kind of weird. I don't know. We'll try it. Yeah, that's fine. All right. Let's go down that same back road that we broke down on and see if we break down again. We literally drove this thing to the gas station and back, and I already, have a bunch of faith in it. We'll see. We'll see if we don't break down. She ain't spitting, she ain't sputtering. We went down the big giant road, 70 miles an hour, perfect. So we think she's good. I mean, literally milk and rust. I don't see how this truck could run on that, but if it did run on that, that's pretty impressive. Which it did. It's kind of insane. I don't know how it ran on that. I feel like she's got more power, which she should. So I think if we have her fixed, that means it's time to apply. We gotta wait for a good week, but we gotta clean this truck up perfect, and then we're gonna take some Scotch-Brite pads, maybe some sandpaper, which I don't know. Try to make this thing a little more antique looking, and then we'll apply it's called Poppy's Patina. It's like wipe on, basically clear coat. It seals it all up because the roof on this thing has got a bunch of, well, it's just surface rust, but I think it looks good. A lot of people do not like patina look. I'm a huge fan of it. My dad's a huge fan of it. I don't know why people aren't. I guess it's all the people who like new shiny things every year. I am not that guy. As you see, I'm driving a 86. Man, is this thing, it's running buttery smooth. Like, it's insane. It's running the best that's ever ran the whole time I've owned it. this evening to pick up my 96 Ford. They offered, well, I was asking kind of a pretty high price for it, and they might buy it. And now I'm only selling it to get a 4-wheel drive. If I was to sell it, if he really buys it, it's only to immediately go out and buy a 4-wheel drive truck. It's gonna be really, really sad. I really like that truck. It's like the best truck I've ever owned. I've not owned very many trucks. I've owned quite a few, but not a ton. It's the best truck I ever owned right there. So it's gonna be a sad one. Alright, this is the road we broke down on last time. Well, no, it's actually, well, we did break down on this road and the other road in the last video. I mean, this thing is driving really, really good. I did put some, I put half seafoam, half diesel at the start when I first started her up with the new filter. I'm thinking after we run this thing out for quite some time, we might put new filters on it. Right now I have the fuel water separator off of it because I thought maybe it was leaking air. I have it hooked together with the fancy little aluminum fitting, but we're gonna hook that back up and then that's gonna filter even better. Currently though, we have the 80-gallon in this thing, and we have no vent, so I have the cap just loose. Alright, FedEx boy, you are coming really fast. I'm gonna pull over for you. Holy crap. You're going way too fast for this road. Y'all, I think that was funny, me doing the wave count last video. I mean, I waved at a lot of people. Pull over. I got KO3s on her, so I don't want to pop one, but let's give her a little bit. Oh yeah. I mean, it's like a different truck. This thing is way, way, way powerful. Way more powerful than it was. I mean, like, night and day difference. This is right where it died. They're not dying. This is a very bumpy road. It looks like someone's been out here working on it. Yeah, someone smoothed it out. Some. I see deer back here all the time. Someone's definitely been working on it. It's way smoother than it has ever been, and wider. I don't know, I feel like if the dude does buy my truck tonight, you know, it sucks having a 2-wheel drive because, like, I can't go on an adventure or whatever, like put a camper in the back of it and go to Alaska or whatever. I mean, I could, but me getting stuck out there, the chances are pretty dang high. I don't know. That's kind of just like dreaming. Probably won't ever go to Alaska and camp or whatever. This thing is running like maybe better than she did from Ford. I mean, it literally went from a complete, just solid rust tank, like the worst rust I've ever seen on anything, to now she's got a perfectly clean aluminum tank with brand new green diesel instead of milk. So huge difference. I'm sorry, tractor dude. I hate to make you stop what you're doing. It's cutting up the some trees. Really, man, I'm not meaning to. Dang, boy. suggest if your truck has been, I mean, if your truck's an 86, I'd replace the tank. We did it a really simple way where, I mean, it's pretty dang simple, way cheaper than what a new tank, sending unit, and all that crap costs. We are gonna buy, right now I don't have any, you know, no fuel gauge, so we're gonna buy a universal fuel gauge off of like Amazon. They make one, it's like 25 bucks. So we just gotta drill a hole in the tank and then fit it in there and then hook up the original wires to it. You just gotta make sure you get the right one. So then I'll have a fuel gauge and it'll be like factory, just 80 gallons. And later on, I might still do the 38 gallon rear tank. Right now that thing's full. I still need to drain it. And then, because I don't want freaking 38 or 19 gallons just sitting back there, extra weight, you know. And then that's just nasty. And if I accidentally hit the freaking switch, my whole truck's back to what it was. So I'm gonna drain that, probably disconnect it all the way. A couple days worth of work, got her better than she's ever been. I've never really used seafoam before on a diesel. It says you can. I don't usually like to use things though that say diesel and gas. But I did use it on this, and then this winter I used it on my diesel 4-wheeler. I mean, it seemed to work pretty dang good. I'm not gonna use it like, I'm not gonna consistently use it, but it worked good this time. Usually I just use like, I can't even remember the name. I know there's one called House. We use that. And then there's another one. Two of the most popular ones. But that's what we consistently put in our fuel, like almost every other time we fill up. It's good to keep that stuff in your fuel. I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it fixed, guys. She's running perfect. Technically, the guy who owned it before me, he bought it from the original owner. The only thing he did was throw a new filter on it. Maybe, I don't even know if he did that, because when I got this truck, the filter was like, you wouldn't even believe it, how disgusting. I mean, every time I put a new filter on it, it was disgusting, but that was like insane. I think what this guy did is threw a bunch of starting fluid in this thing, you know, maybe a new battery, and got this thing, you know, like a minimal running, like it sucked. And that's why I had to do what I had to do, because the guy didn't really do anything. But now we finally got this thing running really, really good. But boys, we're gonna have much more videos on this thing, especially putting that special coating on here to basically clear this truck up. Man, she is running so freakishly good. I gotta get to work hooking this water fuel separator back up. It's gonna be real simple, but also I need to clean up my dad's old tank. It's kind of dirty. I need to cut the floor mat. This, I can't believe how, okay, tailgate looks like that, right? It didn't have a mat on it. The bed doesn't hardly have a dent or a scratch in it. Okay, it's got some scratches, but no dents because it had a rubber mat. That's just crazy. I can't believe how clean this thing is. The bed. I wish there was some more rust in here, but it's fine. But you can see the roof. The roof is pretty dang rusty. Man, this thing's running good. Alright guys, that's gonna wrap up this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Getting this thing back to running as good as Ford sold her. We'll see you in the next one. Do maintenance on your truck, guys, or you end up like this. Don't let them sit at all. But I guess it just, a certain age these old trucks get to, this is a galvanized tank, so it all just kind of crumbles up. So if you got an old truck, you should probably just replace your tank. All right guys, I'll see you on the next one. Remember, I love you, Jesus loves you. I mean that. And y'all have a blessed day.